1st that we are back together at the Plaza. I can't believe the turnout here. We were a little bit worried and figuring out if people would actually want to come in person and celebrate with us, but this has blown away expectations. So after this challenging year we've all had, it's great to see so many of us together tonight. Let's also celebrate the resilience and the tenacity of Futures and Options and our success this year in the face of the pandemic. This year, we were able to serve more than 1,450 bright young students. Thanks to everyone in this room, these students had the opportunity to learn professional skills, gain confidence, and explore careers they might never have even known were possible. We delivered, excuse me folks, can you just be quiet there in the back maybe, it'd be great. Thank you. We delivered creative remote programming with over 100 business partners to implement our career exploration and internship programs, and the achievements of our students are remarkable. We've got an impressive 100% on-time high school graduation rate, which is amazing, and 98% of these students are going to college. So the highlight tonight will obviously, we'll meet some of these great students in a few minutes. So the next part of the celebration is this event itself. Tremendous outpouring from all of you, which we appreciate. This is, of course, the cornerstone of our annual fundraising effort, and we've already raised over $1.7 million, which is absolutely tremendous. It's a colossal, record-breaking milestone. So thanks to all of you, and of course, I'm particularly proud, as always, of my colleagues in the broader restructuring community. Over 120 firms from that community have contributed over $1.1 million in support tonight, and that ensures that our career readiness, mission, and programs and internships will thrive again next year. Finally, let us honor and celebrate the remarkable enthusiasm and support for our Dream Big honorees, Rod Martin at Voya and Chris Hanson of Strzok & Strzok & Levant. On behalf of all of us, I express a tremendous thank you for your passion for the Futures and Options mission and incredible commitment to making tonight such a success. You've set the bar high, guys, and inspired all of us to follow your example, and thank you for that. The work of Futures and Options is more important than ever, and I'm thrilled to be here with each of you tonight to celebrate. We thank all of you who do so much to support our youth and advance our mission. So thank you. And now it's my pleasure to turn the program over to my fellow Evercore colleague and board member, Rupesh Shah.
Thank you, Steve, for doing the especially hard job of keeping the crowd quiet and teeing it up. My name is Rupesh Shah, and I had the honor of standing on this stage and receiving the Dream Big Award 8 years ago in 2013. I subsequently joined the board to help Futures and Options achieve its mission of empowering New York City's underserved youth through career development. Tonight I have an easy job. I'm excited to welcome and introduce Chris Hanson, one of our 2021 Dream Big Award recipients. I've known Chris for the better part of 2 decades. We've worked on a number of transactions together, both on the same side of the table as well as across the table, and I'm honored to call him not just a colleague, but a friend as well. Chris is the chair of Strzok's Financial Restructuring Group and is widely recognized as one of the leading restructuring lawyers in the country. We have a fantastic turnout tonight, as well as extraordinary support from the restructuring community. And I'm confident that everyone feels as I do. Chris is simply one of the best in our industry. Chris's commitment to youth development and community service, along with his deep-rooted philosophy about the value of hands-on work experience, aligns closely with Futures and Options' mission. Chris has been an active member of Strzok's public service project since its inception nearly 25 years ago, promoting the value of pro bono work throughout the firm. And he takes deliberate care to mentor new attorneys and others in his group. His inspiring leadership and impact at Strzok is evident in the tremendous number of Strzok colleagues here in person tonight and the significant sponsorships from dozens upon dozens of companies paying honor and tribute to Chris. But Chris's dedication to public service doesn't end with his work at Strzok. He has led mock trial and moot court teams from inner city high schools. He has led his church's youth group and youth mission projects, and he has served on the board of the Bronx Children's Museum. He's deeply committed to expanding opportunities for underrepresented young people and helping them reach their true potential. We're tremendously grateful to Chris for his efforts on behalf of Futures and Options and on behalf of the young people we serve every day. Please join me in congratulating Chris Hanson as our 2021 Dream Big honoree.
Thank you, Rupesh. So thanks to everybody for being here tonight. I was going to start with a joke that I crossed out, and that joke went a little bit like this. It's been 19 months of various forms of isolation, and it's incredible to see all of you in person, especially from the waist down. And so well dressed, and I'm happy to report that from this field of vision, I see no hoodies, no hats, I still see a few beards, and I don't see any pets jumping across my screen. Let me start by saying thank you from the bottom of my heart for the financial contributions that you've all made to this event. Your response to our requests has been overwhelming and humbling. You are all amazing. Your generosity is one thing, but the time that many of you took to send notes to us, thanking us for the Futures and Options mission and telling us how much you support the project was truly incredible. Thank you also to the members of the board and the executive, administrative, and programming teams at Futures and Options for giving me the opportunity to be a part of such an amazing event and such a wonderful charity. And thank you for working so hard to make this gala a success. Thank you also to my colleagues at Strzok for supporting me and Futures and Options in the way that you do. To Bianca Madrigal, wherever you are, for being my marketing right hand through the many months of preparation for this event. And thank you also to my wife, Valerie, my children, Sean, Colin, Megan, and Liam, for your love and support, and for leading by example in your own communities. You inspire me every day. And thanks to my parents and my brothers who taught me the value of hard work, generosity, and kindness. Congratulations to my fellow honoree, Rod Martin, to Patty Macker for her Lifetime Achievement Award, and to our Dream Big scholars and finalists, German Ortega, Rahi Mitra, Alejandra Eno, and Arifa Rahman. Your success is what this event and Futures and Options is all about. You make us proud. We all started somewhere with our first real job. It was easier for some of us than others, but it's so much harder when you live in an underserved community that lacks the same access for young people to teachers, mentors, career development centers, tutors, and the guidance from other sources that is present in more affluent communities. That's where Futures and Options steps in by providing career readiness training, internship opportunities, and college guidance. The Futures and Options mission is incredibly important to help young people in New York not only dream big, but to make those dreams a reality. Your financial contributions help to fund the programs that we've all just discussed and the scholarships being awarded tonight. Working with young people is a privilege, but it's also an incredibly rewarding and humbling experience. Kids always exceed our expectations when we give them the chance to do so. And because they don't guard their reactions, you know very quickly how much of an impact you make on their lives, how grateful that they are for your assistance, and when you get things wrong, you know it very quickly. If you're interested in helping beyond your dollars, Futures and Options has many programs where you and your organizations can spend as much or as little time as you have to help change lives. So I'd ask everybody here, make an effort, reach out to Futures and Options, follow up with us so that we can find a role for you that fits your schedule and your skill set. I promise you that the reward for your efforts will exceed your own expectations. And I'll close with a quote from Winston Churchill that I heard recently from a colleague when he was eulogizing a good friend of mine. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Dream big, everyone, and thank you again for what you gave and what you continue to give.
Well, thank you, Chris, for your heartfelt remarks and tremendous support of Futures and Options, and congratulations on being a Dream Big honoree tonight. The restructuring community's history of generous support is really appreciated here by all of us at Futures and Options. So now it's truly my honor to introduce Rodney Martin, or as we know him at Voya, Rod. And it's especially special tonight because Rod's father is also here to join him to see him get this award. Rod is the chairman and CEO of Voya Financial. And tonight we are going to present him with the 2021 Dream Big Award. I'm Paul Zemsky. I serve as one of the, thank you, Amy. I serve as a vice chair on Futures and Options Board of Directors, and I'm also an employee and work for Rod at Voya Investment Management as Voya's Chief Investment Officer for our multi-asset strategies and solutions teams. And I can tell you that all of us at Voya know how passionate Rod is about serving the communities in which we live and work, particularly programs that support the education and career readiness of today's youth. And that passion energizes all of us at Voya to do more and to do better. So I'd like to share with you, just for a moment, a few highlights of Rod's 40 years career within the retirement, insurance, and financial services industry. Rod joined Voya in 2011, and since then advanced a significant financial, operational, and cultural transformation that evolved us, Voya, business portfolio to one focused on delivering health, wealth, and investment solutions that impact over 15 million Americans, individuals, workplace, and institutional clients, and help them achieve their financial wellness goals with confidence. He's led us, Voya, to earn recognition as a leader in a number of really important areas, such as corporate responsibility, diversity, equity and inclusion, environmental, social, and governance, or ESG, and purpose. And along the way, we've picked up numerous awards that recognize the achievements we've made in these areas, including being one of Fortune's most admired companies, one of the world's most ethical companies, being on Bloomberg's Gender Equality Index, and being Barron's 100 Most Sustainable Companies, ranking #1 for financial services for the years 2019, 20, and 21. Rod's a recognized leader, thought leader on a range of business topics, including board diversity, and clearly, Voya, under Rod's leadership, we are a leader in board diversity, check it out, and inclusivity for people with disabilities and special needs. He serves on the board of Junior Achievement USA and is a founding partner of the National Down Syndrome Society, CEO Commission for Disability Employment. But equally impressive and important as Rod's corporate achievements is this truly caring leadership style that has been infused throughout Voya. It's really encouraged our culture of giving and service to flourish, truly making it part of our DNA. And I will tell you, on a personal note, Rod's caring for the people and communities we serve came through the first time I ever heard Rod speak to us, which was an investment management offsite about 10 years ago when he just took over as chairman of the firm. And it makes Voya a company that I'm proud to work for. And Rod, you've shown me that you can be both a high-performing company and caring at the same time. And fortunately for F&O, Rod is also a leader who persistently emphasizes the important role and responsibility of companies like Voya to give back to support our communities. Under Rod's leadership, we've become an exceptional model to others, a leader and motivator, inspiring businesses to step up to provide early work experiences that prepare young men and women for professional careers. Rod and Voya's support of Futures and Options has enabled us to help more and more students each year. The partnership with Voya goes back more than 10 years, and we've been hosting interns for over 5 years now, with 5 interns each summer. And also Voya employees have volunteered to help with career exploration panels, mock interviews, and individual resume feedback sessions. So as Chris had mentioned, not just giving with dollars, but people are giving with time as well. So tonight, Futures and Options salutes Rod Martin and Voya for its extraordinary commitment and significant investment in youth career readiness. We are thrilled to present Rod with our 2021 Dream Big Award. So please join me in applauding Rod for all he's done for Futures and Options.
Paul, thank you very much. And on behalf of my colleagues at Voya, again, I'd like to welcome all of you to the 11th annual Dream Big celebration. For Voya, and like many of your companies, this is actually the first time a number of our colleagues and I have been together in 2 years. So it's a pretty cool place to be anyway, and it's great to see everyone. It really, truly is. I'd also like to thank the entire 2021 Dream Big Co-Chair Committee, especially my colleague and friend Paul Zemke, who serves as the Vice Chair, as you just heard, of the Board of Directors of Futures and Options. And a very, very special thank you to Patty Macker, who's been an extraordinary partner. Patty has dedicated her career to creating better futures for children and youth, has led Futures and Options as his executive director for the last 14 years. Patty, congratulations on an extraordinary career. You've inspired countless youth to dream big. Patty? And again, I want to thank the entire committee for the dedication to Futures and Options and for hosting this spectacular event. A full list of the Dream Big co-chairs, and there are many, are on page 5 of your program. I'd urge you to look at it. So please stand me and join in appreciation for all of those co-chairs that made this happen tonight. You've done an extraordinary job. Thank you. I'd also like to recognize the co-honoree, Chris Hanson, partner and chair of Financial Restructuring Group of Strzok. And again, you can see the presence here and the impact. Thank you for your dedication and commitment to this incredible community. I'd also like to congratulate German Ortega and Rahi Mitra, this year's scholarship awardees, and all of this year's impressive finalists. Congratulations and well done. You'll hear more about each of these individuals shortly, but they exemplify what it means, truly means, to dream big, through hard work and dedication to make those dreams happen. You are outstanding examples of Future and Options, and frankly, our nation's future. And we wish you the best of luck, and we're confident that you'll continue to do great things. So congratulations to you all. Lastly, I'd like to thank everyone here. As Paul said, it was a little uncertain a few months ago on whether we would even be physically together, let alone the kind of turnout that's happened this evening. It's just fantastic. It's truly an honor to join you as a 2021 Dream Big recipient, because as Paul said, and others have said, without your support and the support of your teams and colleagues, this just wouldn't happen. And when you begin to hear the stories and see the journeys that the students have been on, and all of the Future and Options youth that are here tonight, you're just going to be incredibly impressed. I'm personally joined this evening by a number of my colleagues at Voya, and again, as I mentioned, real happy to be with them because we haven't been together in a couple of years now. And I speak for all of us in saying that we're proud to support and truly engage with this organization. It's phenomenal. Through the extraordinary work of Futures and Options and the support of all of you, we truly are changing lives. And we're also inspiring hope and investing in a better future for our students and the great things that they, in fact, will accomplish. It's exciting to see these incredibly brilliant young students at the beginning of their career journey. And candidly, I'm not afraid to share that they're a heck of a lot more focused than I was 45 years ago. And if anyone wants to fact check that, as Paul said, my dad's sitting right here. I promise you, as I progressed through college, my focus was on skiing, eventually becoming a teacher and a coach, but it wasn't the kind of commitment and journey that you've been on. When I graduated from school, I told my mom and dad that I was thinking about entering the life insurance business in sales. And it's fair to say they had some reservations. I was 22, I was about to get married. and I had no idea where my career path would lead. And quite frankly, I never, ever would have imagined being here 45 years later, particularly with my dad, humbly accepting this honor. But I've been very pleased and blessed with extraordinary parents, an incredibly supportive wife and family. And I'd like to just recognize my dad briefly, 90, almost 5 years young. We've got a family wedding this weekend, so this just worked out perfectly. So thank you for Future Options to arrange it around the wedding. You know, today's pace of change and impact on business and society, it's just more complex than ever. And yet, while the world is getting more complex, the caliber of the students that we see at our colleges and universities is increasing just as quickly. The adversity and challenges that our honorees have already overcome should instill incredible confidence in all of us. As was shared a moment ago, the opportunities they have seized, despite the barriers often completely out of their control, makes it clear there's truly nothing that they can't conquer and accomplish. Voya is very proud to be a longstanding partner, well over 10 years now, of Futures and Options. And since 2017, we've supported the annual summer internship program for 5 Futures and Option high school students, as well as a special program in the spring of 2018 for an additional 5 high school juniors. This program provides students firsthand experience, as Paul mentioned, in career paths. It allows Voya to benefit from their talent, to hear their questions, and begin to think about the needs of the next generation. Additionally, 12 of Voya's 30 Future and Option interns have gone on to be part of Voya's scholarship program, which is our signature higher education program in career readiness. And we could not be more proud of the 12 and those that will follow at this point. I'd like to share a brief video featuring Voya's interns. Let's take a look. That gives you a little bit of picture we should all be inspired by. Congratulations to the scholarship winners and the finalists. Thank you, Futures and Options, for providing the students the opportunity and the well-earned recognition they so richly deserve. I look forward to our ongoing partnership and continued support for the students who know now how to dream big and pursue their dreams. With that, I'd like to welcome Steve Hessler to the stage. Welcome, Steve.
closer. Good evening. My name is Steve Hessler, and I'm the Board Chair of Futures and Options. I have the immense honor and impossible task of presenting Patty Macker, our longstanding and beloved and departing Executive Director, with the Dream Big Lifetime Achievement Award, and I have to do so within 5 minutes. So here goes. I'll speak quickly, but this is going to be hard. Patty joined Futures and Options in 2007. I joined the board in 2008, and Patty persuaded me to become the board chair in 2009. Working with Patty has been among the greatest privilege of my own lifetime. Preparing for tonight, I went back and reviewed some of my Dream Big remarks from years past, where I variously described Patty as a dynamo, an inspirational lodestar, incomparable, and indomitable. Patty essentially broke my thesaurus. Last year, when COVID forced us to celebrate Dream Big on Zoom, I shared the anecdote of when Patty herself was diagnosed with coronavirus. And this was in the early days of the crisis, well before vaccines and even before effective treatment options were available. I want to repeat part of that story, and I appreciate your attention. We're getting through the program, but I'd like you to listen to this. As everyone knows, Futures and Options is a family, and in every respect, Patty is our matriarch. And now our mom was sick too. The existential crisis had hit our own home. To the surprise of no one, like all strong and great leaders, Patty persevered and she thrived. The following I'm going to quote is from an email she sent me on April 20th, 2020, about 1 week into her recuperation, and I quote, "Our staff is terrific. I so appreciate their work to ensure that we are moving ahead in these uncertain times. I'm going to take it slow because I honestly have no choice. This virus is a beast. Nevertheless, I truly believe I'm on the road to a post-COVID existence." This was classic Patty, directing credit elsewhere, fighting hard, and even while sick with a deadly illness, spreading boundless enthusiasm, and doing so, as always, with grace and humility. Let's pause for a moment to reflect on Patty's profound words. And let's all truly believe we are on the road to a post-COVID existence. Our country, our culture, our organization, and perhaps even ourselves, hopefully the road to our own collective post-COVID existence, is an era of unprecedented empowerment, prosperity, and optimism. Futures and Options, through Patty Macker, embodies this hope and promise. The continuing challenges of COVID perhaps have some folks contemplating their own legacies, personally and professionally. What difference can or did each of us make through our lives and careers? Which brings me back to the matriarch point. Patty has raised 4 remarkable children, Patrick, Katie, Tim, and Ryan, some of whom are here tonight, and all of whom are themselves dedicated to serving others. That alone is deserving of a Lifetime Achievement Award. But Patty deserves more than 10,000 Lifetime Achievement Awards, because that is the astounding number of students who have participated in our programs in her 14 years of leadership. More than 10,000 enterprising young women and men were touched by Patty's vision. More than 10,000 ambitious, deserving, eager, emerging NYC citizens were provided with opportunities to succeed that they would not otherwise have had. More than 10,000 lives were changed forever by Patty's commitment to helping others to dream big and to realize their own full potential. Patty is New York City's mom. She is. And tonight, Patty, as you move on to the next undoubtedly glorious stage of your illustrious life, we want to tell our mom how much we thank you and how much we love you. Ladies and gentlemen, Patty Macker.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. You are simply the best. And thank you, Futures and Options Board of Directors, and Advisory Council, and Junior Board, and staff, and alumni, and business partners, and friends and supporters, thank you all for your unbelievably steadfast faith in Futures and Options mission and for supporting me as its leader for the past 15 years. To say I'm humbled to receive this Lifetime Achievement Award is a massive, massive understatement. Truly, truly, this award is not mine alone. It belongs to all of you who give your talents, your drive, your compassion, and more to the young people we believe in. With Futures and Options and you by their side, we can challenge our young people to shift their ideas about who they are, to understand what they can do, to expect more of themselves, and to have others expect more of them too. It's a game changer for our students, and quite frankly, it's been a game changer for me. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss, you'll land among the stars, is one of my most treasured bits of advice, as my children can tell you. And I'm looking at you, Steve Hessler. You, more than anyone I know, epitomizes this approach to life. With you by our side, Futures and Options has continued to achieve new heights. In fact, tonight, I believe we came pretty damn close to that moon. Thank you, Steve, and thank you, everyone else in this room. I'd love, actually, to mention many, many people, because this didn't happen with me alone. Y'all helped create Futures and Options in what it is today. Many of you are here tonight. Many have moved on to other areas. I'm in awe of Rod Martin and Chris Hanson, totally in awe of you, and deeply grateful for your faith in us. But we have some very important people to hear from tonight after me, so I want to end. Lifetime achievement starts at birth. See, the others who I share this award with, of course, are my mom and my dad, my children, and my bookends are here tonight, Ryan and Patrick, as is my lifelong partner in crime, my sister Claire. Without you in my life, this would not have been possible. So thank you for being a part of my amazing Futures and Options journey, and remember, don't stop believing.
Good evening, everyone, and I am the last person that you need to hear from before you get to hear from our amazing students. So just bear with us a little bit longer. That's why we're all here tonight. So this is amazing. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm Lisa Grushkin. I'm a managing director at Macquarie Capital and also a vice chair on the Futures and Options Board of Directors. And I'm so excited to be here tonight to celebrate our Dream Big honorees and our student scholarship winners and finalists. First off, congratulations to Rod Martin and Chris Hanson for being our 2021 Dream Big honorees. Thank you both for demonstrating exceptional commitment to Futures and Options mission and through your generous contributions to helping us reach more young people. Our Dream Big scholarships honor exemplary high school seniors who distinguish themselves in our programs and their communities, embodying the hallmarks of a Futures and Options student: professionalism, leadership, teamwork, communication, integrity, and an interest in exploring careers. This year we have awarded 2 scholarships for the first time. Our Barbara L. Kristen Scholar, named for the founder of Futures and Options, and our inaugural Patricia S. Macker Scholarship, created to celebrate the contributions of Patty, who you just heard from. We are tremendously grateful to our junior board for raising the funds to support the Barbara L. Kristen Scholarship each year, and to those really generous donors who funded the inaugural Patricia S. Macker Scholarship this year. First, I want to congratulate two of this year's very impressive finalists, Alejandra Eno, who's a senior at Uncommon Charter High School, and Arifa Rahman, a senior at the High School for Health Professions and Human Services. Alejandra and Arifa will each receive a $2,500 scholarship for their college education. Alejandra wants to become a doctor and help diversify the medical profession, and Arifa hopes to pursue a computer science and neuroscience degree in college. Alejandra and Arifa, you have so much to be proud of, and we have no doubt that you will continue to inspire those around you and succeed in college and beyond. It is now my honor and privilege to announce our 2021 Barbara L. Christen Scholar, German Ortega. German is a senior at Bard High School Early College and has grown up in Queens. He is passionate about finance, community service, and education, and advocacy for the Latinx community. With the skills he gained from Futures and Options Career Essentials program, he secured an internship with the Sonia and Selena Sotomayor Judicial Internship Program and hopes to pursue a career in law. German, congratulations on being named the 2021 Barbara L. Christen Scholar. You will receive a $10,000 college scholarship, and we look forward to hearing about all of your college successes along the way. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming German, who will share his thoughts with us.
Good evening, everyone. My name is German Ortega, and I'm here today as the recipient of the Barbara L. Christen Scholarship. I want to first take this time to thank you all for being here tonight. My time at Futures and Options is one that I will forever be grateful for and cherish. I still remember my very first interview with the Futures and Options team. Not only was my tie crooked, but I knew very little about being in a professional setting. However, I was hungry for an opportunity to grow as a young professional. Hence, I attended every Career Essentials program meeting with an open mindset and a desire to develop new professional skills. At the end of the program, I learned how to properly interview, network efficiently, and communicate professionally. More importantly, I found a passion for finance and entrepreneurship through the Create a Company project. In this project, I was able to come up with an idea, strategize how it would function, and pitch it in front of a panel of judges. My team and I designed an app where users in New York City would get compensated for throwing out trash and recycling properly. I also have a passion for law, specifically immigration law. Growing up in Corona, Queens, I've seen how many undocumented immigrants carry a burden with them, and I want to become an attorney who can help immigrants feel safe in our country. Last summer, I interned at the Sonia and Selena Sotomayor Judicial Internship Program, where I assisted a judge in oral hearings, settlement conferences, and document review. Futures and Options believed in me when I first interviewed for them, and they continue to believe in me today with this scholarship. I want to also share a bit about myself and my background. I was born and raised in Corona, Queens, as the second eldest of 4 brothers. At the age of 10, my parents separated, leaving my mom to raise 4 young boys on her own. To this day, I have no idea how she's managed to do it, but what I do know is that my mom is my why. Throughout life, we often think about the reasons as to why we work so hard for. To me, that is my mom. She was there when I performed for my 5th grade choir show. She was also there when I needed someone to drive me to high school open houses, and she continues to be here today for my proud achievements and moments of failure. She's the biggest reason why I am standing here giving this speech today. Had it not been for her love, her care, and her support, I would not be here. I want to wrap up my speech by saying thank you to all for giving me an opportunity to grow and learn. I also want to thank my mom for giving me the motivation and the support to continue pursuing my passions. Lastly, I want to thank and congratulate my older brother, Yario Ortega, who recently became the first in my family to graduate from college. Thank you all for being here tonight.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dan Pombo, and I'm a member of the Board of Directors here at Futures and Options, and also the head of restructuring at JP Morgan. JP Morgan is thrilled to host Futures and Options interns every year to support the important mission of expanding access and opportunity to talented young people. It is my honor to introduce our Patricia S. Macker Scholar, Rahi Mitra. Rahi, a senior at the Beacon School, is passionate about computer science and teaching young people how to code. Rahi was a Futures and Options intern this summer with us at the JP Morgan Chase Technology Program. She intends to major in computer science and become an engineer to deliver equitable technology to New York City neighborhoods. Rahi, congratulations on being named the 2021 Patricia S. Macker Scholar. You will receive a $10,000 college scholarship to support your higher education. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Rahi to share some of her reflections with us.
When I was younger, my dad, a Bangladeshi immigrant, used to drive me around the city in his taxi. As we would drive past tall buildings, hospitals, and skyscrapers, he would always point at them and say, "You could work there one day. Dream big." Dream big has always been part of my life, whether that is for my career or my personal life. These dreams didn't have to be easy. They just had to be possible. And Futures and Options has made that possibility a reality. I joined the internship program with Futures and Options my junior year, where I interned at JP Morgan Chase as a technology intern. From the internship itself, I not only gained technical skills, but professional skills like public speaking, leadership, and organization. I worked alongside professionals who I could only dream of working with in the future. And my supervisor, Feroz, who was not only my boss, but my mentor, who gave me invaluable college and life advice. Futures and Options extended this experience into workshops where I learned invaluable life and college skills, like how to write an email, how to prepare an elevator pitch, how to ace an interview, network, and even grow my financial literacy. The incredible people at Futures and Options are the pillars of this amazing organization. Ulysses and Shirley, who led weekly workshops to teach me lifelong professional and personal skills, Willa, who helped me navigate the professional world at JP Morgan Chase, and my fellow peers who I got to know this year. With the leadership skills I've gained, I founded my own organization, Kids Code. Our organization teaches kids who lack access to traditional, expensive STEM programs in my neighborhood, in the Bronx, and throughout New York City. I want to ensure that every student that goes through my program has a stepping stone to the world of programming, and to give students the outlet to self-confidence, curiosity, and creativity. I want to continue delving deeper into this field by majoring in computer science in college. I aspire to be an engineer to deliver equitable technology to New York City to improve sustainability, health, and community. When I submitted my application for the internship program last year, I would have never thought I'd be standing here. I can only think of the little girl who sat in the back of the taxi, dreaming of the life that she could create. I am honored to be the recipient of the Patricia S. Macker Dream Big Scholarship, a scholarship that will continue to motivate me and remind me that, as a child of Bengali immigrants, no dream is too big. Thank you.
I'm the one standing between you and dinner. I will be as fast as I can be. Thank you so much, Rahi and German, for inspiring all of us tonight. You have both demonstrated incredible resilience, determination, and the resolve to make your communities a better place. You and the thousands of young people like you are why we are all here tonight. We are so proud of you, and we know that you will achieve anything you put your minds to. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Silver, the new Executive Director at Futures and Options, and I'm thrilled to be here tonight at my first Dream Big. And what a way to start. Look at this room, and with your help, we raised over $1.7 million. With supporters like you and momentum like this, there is no limit to what we can accomplish together. We are so fortunate tonight to be honoring Rod Martin and Chris Hanson. Rod and Chris, you each embody the values and ideals we strive to instill in our students. Your dedication to expanding opportunities for young people knows no bounds, and all of us in this room are better off because of your kindness, your leadership, and your commitment to Futures and Options. Thank you for everything that you, Voya, and Strzok have done to make tonight a success. And before we continue the celebration, I just need to thank so many of you who make our work and this night possible. First, thank you to our amazing Board of Directors and Advisory Council. So many of you are here tonight for sharing your time, expertise, and passion for our students. Tonight's success is a credit to your dedication and commitment to creating opportunities for young people, no matter their zip code, their economic status, or personal circumstance. A particular thanks to our indomitable board chair, Steve, we have the same thesaurus, for everything that you have done for Futures and Options for a decade. Thank you for your leadership. And next, I'd like to shout from the rooftops a huge thank you to our restructuring dream team, who year after year rally the firms in this space to support Futures and Options. Together, more than 120 firms have raised over $1.1 million to support our work. We simply could not do it without each of you. I also want to recognize the extraordinary efforts of our staff, not just for coordinating this amazing event. Thank you, Nell and Claire and Patty, for leading the way, but the entire staff who showed exceptional resilience during a very challenging year, who kept our students and our business partners first and foremost in their minds and created new programs to meet our new COVID realities. I am so privileged to be on your team, and I'm so looking forward to the year ahead. And lastly, I'd like to share my deepest thanks to everyone here tonight and watching on our live stream. You believe in our mission, you financially support our work, you open your workplaces for our students, and you mentor young people all throughout the year. Together, we have a vision of what our colleges and our workforces can look like if all young people are given meaningful access to higher education, mentors, and career opportunities. And your investment in us and the young people we serve helps make this vision a reality. So thank you. And that's about it, everyone. Buy your raffle tickets, go bid on the silent auction, have a great meal, and let's celebrate Futures and Options.